Okay, so this is Jana. I'm going to be explaining the Math AMS quiz for week 4. This quiz is actually very simple because most of the stuff in this quiz we took in term 2, so we should know it. So just let's start, okay? For the first one, they want us to find what type of sequence, which of the following is true. So it's all about the sequence here, okay? So let's find if it's a common difference or a ratio. So first we'll search if it's like arithmetic or a geometric progression. This one here, if we do -1 minus -7, we get 6. And then 5 minus -1 is also 6. And then 11 minus 5 is also 6. So our common ratio or the common difference is 6. So we don't even need to try if it's a geometric progression or not. Okay, so one of our choices is the difference between any two consecutive terms of v, this is v, this function is v, whatever, is equal to 6. So yes, this is one of the true ones, okay? And here it says the difference between any two consecutive terms is constant. Here, it's always constant because it's always increasing by 6 or minusing by 6. So it is constant. That's two choices. They're asking for 3. So let's go down with the choices. Here they said the difference between any two consecutive terms of v is equal to -5. No, because we already found that's equal to -6. The difference between any two consecutive terms of v is not constant. No, because we already found that it's constant. Now here we have two choices. It's between v is linear or v is not linear. It is linear because we're only going by one common difference, not two common differences. If it was two common differences or three common differences, it will be not linear. But now it's linear. Now part B. Now they're asking us to find the equation for it, okay? So I'll just write the common difference here was 6. The first term was -7, and that's all we need, okay? So the rule for arithmetic progression is an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 d, okay? We have our a1, so an is equal to a1, which is -7, plus n minus 1, which stays n minus 1 because we don't have the n, and then d is 6. Now, like multiply the 6 to the brackets, it becomes -7 plus 6n minus 6. -6 minus 7 is, go up here, it becomes 6n minus 13. Here they give you the equation in the form an plus b, so we have to add the -3 when we're putting b. Okay, that's it. We already took this last year, so it shouldn't be hard. Now for this question, it's literally the same thinking, okay? So we have the sequence. Let's see if it's arithmetic sequence or a geometric sequence, okay? So 15 minus 11 is 4, okay? 23 minus 15 is 8. 35 minus 23 is 12. And then so on. So it's not a arithmetic, it's not a linear sequence, okay? And it's also not a geometric progression, because if you divide 15 by divided by 11, it's a decimal, and then 23 divided by 15, it's also a different decimal, but it's a different decimal, okay? So that doesn't work, okay? Now let's call this W, okay? Denoted by W, the sequence of the difference between the consecutive terms of V. So this is called W. We have one of the choices that states that W is 4, 8, 12, 16. We already found the first three terms and they align with this W. So that's the first answer is right, okay? Now, let's solve beyond W, okay? So here, the difference between 4 and 8 is 4, and the difference between 12 and 8 is also 4. So we have a second common difference. That means this sequence is a quadratic sequence and W is a linear sequence, okay? So here we have V is a quadratic sequence and W is a linear sequence. Now we have, since W is linear, that means the two consecutive terms in W are constant. So this also is a right answer. Here they're telling us the difference between any two consecutive terms of V is constant. No, it isn't, because we said V is quadratic, so the first constant difference is not the same, okay? Now, second part B, they're only asking for you to solve like the equation, okay? So, the first A1 is not like we're gonna need it. Oh no, we're actually gonna need it, okay? A1 was 11, and then the first common difference, so I'm gonna write 1D, is what was it, 4 also, and the second common difference was also 4, okay? So now we know the rules for finding A, B, and C is 3A equals the second difference, and then 2A. Yeah, 2A. 2A is the second difference, and then 3A plus B is the first difference, and then A plus B plus C is the first number, okay? So 2A equals the second common difference. Let me erase everything. So 2A is the second common difference, which we said is 4. So A equals to 2. Now 3A plus B is equal to the second common difference, which is also 4. So we fill in A, which is 3, 2, plus 4 equal, plus B equals 4. 6 plus B equals 4. That means B is minus 2, and they already filled that in, so we didn't really need to solve it, but I just solved it for you guys to remember, okay? Now, for the last one, it's A plus B plus C equals 11, and A is 2, so 2 minus 2 plus C equals 11. That means C is also equal to 11. And here they're asking for A and B, which is like the place of C, so it's C. So our answers are 2 and 11. Third question. Okay, for this question, this is one of like the more confusing questions, because we didn't actually have any solving to do with the cubic formula or anything like that. So let's solve it together. I'm gonna use green. Okay, so first thing, let's find, I'm telling you from now, it's going to be an arithmetic sequence, because 4 divided by 6 is a decimal, and they will never ever ever, I don't think they will give you a decimal geometric like sequence or whatever, okay? So whenever you get a decimal by the first number, it's gonna be most probably our arithmetic sequence, okay? So 4 and 6, 4 minus 6 is minus 2. Minus 4 is minus 8. Minus 24 and minus 4. Minus 24 minus 4 is minus 20. Okay. So that's, first thing off, that's not a first common difference, so it's not a linear sequence. Okay. Now let's try for the second common difference. Minus 2 minus 8 is minus 6. Minus 20 minus 8 is minus 12. So that's also not a second common difference. Now let's try the third common difference. Minus 12 minus 6 is minus 6. And if you do that for the rest of them, it's gonna be also minus 6. So that's the third difference, is minus 6. Okay, so it's first thing, it's a cubic sequence of the like beginning, and it's CT, so T is a cubic sequence. Now the second common difference is U, and the third is V. Okay, so V is linear because it's the third one and we stopped at the third one. W is cubic, U is cubic. So if they gave you that U is quadratic, that means you choose that, but they didn't tell you that, okay? Now they're telling you V is minus 6, minus 12, minus 18, minus 24. We can see that from the beginning two numbers that it's right, so we pick that choice. And then U is minus 2, minus 8, minus 20, so we know that it's also right. Now they're telling you for the fifth choice that the difference between any two consecutive terms of V is minus 9. No, we found out it's minus 6. That's the choosing part. Now here is where the confusing part is, okay? So they're asking you to find the formula for the cubic. We never actually practiced this too much because it never came in exams. So I'll give you the formulas now, okay? First one is 6a equals the last common difference, okay? No, sorry, it's it's equal to the last common difference, so minus 6. And then second one is 12a plus b. This is to find b, and it's equal to the first term of the second difference, and that's also minus 6. And then to find c, it's 3a plus 3b plus c, and it's equal to the first term of the third like difference, which is minus 2. And then the last thing to find d is a plus b plus c plus d, which is equal to the first number we have. So it's equal to 6. Now let's solve the first. So 6a equals 6 minus 6. So a equal to minus 1. Now 12a plus b is equal to, let's just fill in a is minus 1, so 12 minus 1 plus b is equal to minus 6. B is then equal to 3, and then 17 7a, which is minus 1, plus 3b, which is 3, plus c equals minus 2. C is equal to minus 4. Now the last one is a plus b plus c, so it's minus 1 plus 3 plus minus 4 plus d equal to 6. D then is equal to 8. Now we found all the numbers. We already found that a is -1, so they put negative. And then we found that b is 3, so we put 3. And then we found that c is minus 4, but they already gave you the negative sign here, so you just put 4. And then 8, we didn't really need to do all that because they already gave you 8. Now, fourth question. Oh my god. Now this is such a easy one. So I'm happy. Okay, what is the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic progression? So we're going to use the sum rule, which is n over 2a1 plus n minus 1 d. Okay, they didn't tell you anything. They just want the first 20 terms. So 20 over 2 The first term here, we can see it's minus 9, so 2 minus 9 plus n minus 1, which is 20 minus 1, which is 19. And then the difference is, so minus 4 minus minus 9 is 5. Minus 5, sorry. So minus 5. Actually, it's 5, it's not minus 5. So we do all this on your calculator, or you can do it mentally. I'm not gonna waste my time doing mentally. So when you do it on your calculator, you're gonna get 770. That's that. I love the easy questions, they're so simple. Now this is also the same thing, because they're technically asking for the sum without making it look like they're asking for the sum, but what they're asking for is the sum, okay? So actually, no, first we have to find what 63 is, and then we have to find the sum of that number, okay? So we use the arithmetic sequence one, a1 plus n minus 1 d. We know that the first term is 3, so 3 plus n minus 1, because we don't know n. The common difference is 4, so it's 3. It's also equal to 63, so that helps us find n. So 3 plus 4n minus 4 equals 63. 3 minus 4 is minus 1, so 4n equals 64. N equals to 13. So now we found n, okay? Now we'll find the sum of n is equal to 16, not 13, okay? So 16 over 2, then we use the sum formula, okay? So 2a1, which is 3, plus n minus 1, which is 16 minus 1, which is 15, times the common difference, which is 4. All of that on your calculator is 528, and that's your answer. Okay, for this one's also very, very, very simple. We do the same thing we did last time, technically kind of the same thing. Okay, so they're telling you let A be an arithmetic progression with the first term minus 5 and a common difference of 10. Let B be another arithmetic progression with first term 2 and common difference 9. Let M be the number for which AM equals BM, okay? So here we're trying to find M in the first part, and then we need to find AM, okay? So let's find M first. We're gonna use this formula here. So AM, so the first one is A, the rule is, like you know, is A1 plus N minus 1 D, okay? So A1 here, they told you it's minus 5, so minus 5 plus N minus 1, we don't know what N is, so we keep it N minus 1, and D is 10. And then BM is the first number is 2, so 2 plus n minus 1, 9, not D, 9. Okay, now side to side, minus 5 plus 10n minus 10 equals 2 plus 9n minus 9. You get 10n minus 15 equals 9n minus 7. And then n, you move this to this side, you move that to that side, you get n equals 8. And that's your answer. You can call n m if it confuses you, but n and m is the same thing in this question, okay? Now we want to find the a of m, am, sorry. So we found that m is 9, so a1, we take any of the a1s, okay? But here, actually, no, we don't take any, because we're using am, so we're going to use the first one, okay? So minus 5 plus 8, which is our m, minus 1, and the common difference is 10. you do all that on your calculator, you get 65. That's your answer. Okay, now this is one of the tricky questions, okay? So here they're telling you that both of these are equal to each other, and we want to find the B and C for part A, and I think part B is finding N. Okay, but that's fine. Let's focus on part A for now. Now we want to find, okay, so the first thing we want to find are numbers we could work with, okay? So let's take this here. So N, 9M minus 2. And let's fill in like number 1, 2, 3, just to get basic numbers first, okay? So N, 9. Why do I keep saying N? 9, 1 minus 9. Sorry. Let me erase all that. 9 M, which we're gonna choose as 1, minus 2. This equals to 7. And then 9, 2 minus 2. This equals to 16. I think so, yes. So this is equal to 16. And then 9, 3 minus 2. This equals to 25, okay? So now we have first let's call it first common difference. Now we want to find a common difference that's common in both of them, that's constant, okay? So 7 minus 16 is 9, and then 25 minus 16 is also 9. So now we found our common difference, okay? So here technically we're looking for the sum formula. You see what I'm thinking? Okay, so let's use the sum formula for here. So N over 2, we don't know N, equals B, which is our first number, which we got is 7. Okay, so 2, 7 plus N minus 1, D, which is the difference, which is 9. Okay, so when we do all that, we get N over 2, 5 plus 9N. Doesn't this kind of look like here? That means our values B is 5 and C is N, and that's part A. Now part B, we want to find first thing the digit of this. For example, last time we found that N is 16 in that other question. Now we want to find what N is for this, and then we want to find the sum of them, okay? So we do N over 2 actually no, we don't know. We do that at the end, okay? So A1 plus N minus 1 D, okay? A1 is 7 plus N minus 1, we don't know what N is, and then D is, we said 90, and that all equals to 358, okay? So at the end you get N is equal to 40. Now we found what the N of this is, so we do 40 over 2A1, which is 7, plus 40 minus 1, which is 39, and the common difference, which is 9. When you do all that on your calculator, you get 7300, and that's this answer. Question number 8. Okay, here is, I don't think we ever studied this, but like, it's common knowledge. I think so. So first thing, they want the answer in centimeters. So, and here it's 5 meters, point like 15 centimeters. So we want to convert this meters into centimeters first thing before we do anything else. So 5 meters to centimeters is times 100. So it's 500 centimeters. Okay, now we add the 15 centimeters. So 500 plus 15 is 515. 5. So that's the height we started with in 2008. Okay, now they're telling you that the height of the tree increases by 11 centimeters each year. So let's find, and they want what is the increase in the height from 2010 till 2020. Okay, so first thing we want to find the height it was in 2010 because we don't know it. We only know the height in 2008. Okay, so we do 2008 to 2010. How many years is that? That's 11 years. صح? No, sorry, what am I saying? It's 2 years, okay? So 2 times, it increases by 11 centimeters each year. So 2 times 11, which is 22. So 515 plus 22 is 537, okay? So that's the number in 2020. Now we want to find the number 2010, sorry. We want to find the number in 2020. So from 2010 to 2020, very forgettable year. Okay, so it's 10 years. So 10 times 11, and that's 110 centimeters we added. So 537, which was 2020's height, plus 110 is 647. Now we minus 2020 by 2010. So 647 minus 537 equals 110. That's it. Okay, here at first they like the full thing they want is the total number, but we don't have the common difference. Okay, so we want to find the common difference. So we could use A14, is we know it's 88 seats, صح? So A14 is an plus n minus 1d, so 10 plus 14 minus 1, which is 13. Oh my god. 13d, which is equal to 88, صح? So 10 plus 13d is 88. 13d equal to 78. D equal to 6. Okay, so now we found our d, we can find the sum. Okay, so the sum is n over 2. Sorry, we could use a1 plus an for this because we have the first number and the last number. But if you want to use this rule, we didn't need to find d. Okay, but if you don't remember this rule, that's why I found d. But to make it easier for myself and to save time in this video, I'm gonna use the easier route. Okay, the one most people might not remember, but I'm gonna remind you. So we do n over 2, a1 plus and we have a1, which is 10, and then an is 88, and we're trying to find n. Actually, we're not trying to find n, we're trying to find a sum. Okay, so 14 over 2, because there's 14 rows, an, which is 10 plus 88 is equal to 686. That's it. Okay, common difference is we just minus. So minus 1 minus 6 is 5. 4 minus 1 is 5. 9 minus 4 is 5. So on. Okay, now we want to find the sum. Okay, so we do 50 over we want to find 50. Sorry, I went too far. So a1, to find what number this is. Okay, so a1, which is 6 minus 6, so minus 6 plus We don't know n, so n minus 1, and d is 5, so 5, and this all equals to 239. 239 minus 6 plus 5n minus 5 equals to 239. N is equal to 50. Okay, now we find the sum of 50. So 50 over 2a1, which is minus 6, plus 50 minus 1, which is 49, and then times 5. You get, after all this on your calculator, 5825. That's it. Okay, this is very, very, very simple. I don't know why they're even giving it to us, but we deserve a simple question. So Qn is 2n squared minus n plus 2. So Q3 is 3 squared minus 3 plus 2. Do it on your calculator or do it mentally because it's very easy. You get 17. Now Q1 plus Q10, you do the same thing to Q1 and Q10. So 1 squared minus 1 plus 2, you get 3. And then 10 squared minus 10 plus 2, you get 192. So 192 plus 3, you get 195. That's your answer. Question 15. Oh my god, this is so easy because they're giving you everything. So what is the sum of the first 20 terms? So 20 over 2. 2a1, which is b1, so it's 9. And then plus 20 minus 1, which is 19. So 19 times, to find the common difference, we do b2 minus b1. So it's 17 minus 9, which is 8. And all of this on your calculator, you get 1,700. 17,000 or نفس الشيء. Okay, now this is the question I hate because it's so much stuff for no reason. Okay, to find Q2, they're already telling you that Qn is 2 minus 2Qn minus 1. Okay, so to find Q2, it's Q2 equals 2 minus 2 Qn minus 1, يعني Q2 minus 1, so Q1, so it's minus 4. Do that on your calculator or mentally or whatever you decide to do. You get 10. Now to figure out Q4, you're gonna have to find Q3 because they're telling you, no, you have to do n minus 1, so 4 minus 1 is 3. So let's find Q3. Q3 equals 2 minus Q3 minus 1, which is Q2, so it's 10. So that's why you have to make sure you're getting right answers because all of this depends on, like this part B depends on part A. Okay, you do that on your calculator, you get minus 18. Now for Q4, you get 2 minus 18. Do that, you get 38. That's your answer. Question 13. Oh my god, this question you can just do it on your calculator. I'm not gonna bother solving because I'm pretty sure all schools have calculators. And the one after it too, you use the calculator, so I'm gonna skip these. Now this one, it's also as simple as it can be. So A1 is 15, so this is arithmetic progression, so you use arithmetic progression rule. So minus 15 plus n minus 1, so 9 minus 1, which is 8, times the common difference, which is 6, so you get 33. And then the second one, it's A101, so minus 15 plus 101 minus 1 is 100, so 100 times 6, so 5, 8, 5. This is so simple. Okay, this is not as simple. This is the question I actually hate in this quiz. The first parts are easy, it's the last part. So first, in part A, we need to find K and we need to find L. So K, let's see if it's it's an arithmetic sequence, okay? So 8 minus 4 is 4, 12 minus 8 is 4, 16 minus 12 is 4. So K is 16 plus 4, which is 20. So that's part A. Now, we want to find L. So 9 minus 4 is 5. 16 minus 9 is 7. 25 minus 16 is 9. 7 minus 5 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. So that's your common difference. So 25 plus 9 plus 2, you get 36. That's part A. Now part B. In the pattern, there are something and black circles. We just go to the first pattern, we see how many black circles it is, and we put the answer in part A. So it keeps increasing by 4n, okay? That's all they mean. So you go to the first one and you see what number black circles it is, and you just put it in, okay? If Rami made a pattern number m with 400 black circles, then m is, so we said it increases by 4n. So 400 divided by 4, you get 100. So that's our m. Now this is a question I hate so much. So I just realized my video was paused while I was explaining. So I think I stopped at C and I'll re-explain D, okay? So D, we use n equals 1 and n equals 2 to find numbers so we can find A and B, okay? So n minus 1, 1 over 3, 1 cubed is still 1, so plus, so it stays 1, plus A over 2, n squared, which is 1 squared, stays 1, so it stays the same, and then B over 6, 1, which is B over 6, okay? Now we are adding, so we want a common denominator. Here we can cancel 6 and they'll all cancel denominators, okay? So we multiply by 6 so we can cancel. We get 2 plus 3a plus b. Okay, and before we started, this for n1 is equal to 4. So when we multiplied by 6 on this side, we have to also multiply 6 to 4, so it's equal to 24. Now 3a plus b equals 22 because we moved to the other side. Now let's keep this as it is because we don't have a or b. Now let's find n equals to 2. So 1 over 3, 2 cubed, I'm just going to keep it as 2 cubed, plus a over 2, 2 squared, and then plus b over 6, 2. You simplify all of this, and it's also equal to 13 because they're saying the two patterns is 13, okay? So this is equal to 13. So when you simplify all of this and you multiply this side by 3 so you can cancel, you get 8 plus 6a plus b equals 39. So 6a, let me write it here, 6a plus b is 31. So now we do 6a, we do n2 minus n1, so 6a minus plus b minus the n1, so 3a plus b equals to 31 minus 22. Yeah, it was 22. So when we solve all of this, do 6a minus 3a, you get 3a. And then b plus b actually, because we're like minusing 3a plus b, so we have to like multiply the minus by both sides. So it's here, it's minus b, it's not plus b. So plus b minus b is, we cancel out the b. Okay, then 31 minus 22, you get 9. So a is equal to 3. That's number 1. Now we take any of the two equations. I'll use 6a plus b. So 6a plus b, we said, is equal to 31. A is 3, so 6 times 3 plus b is equal to 31. B is then equal to 13. That's the answer. This took way too long. I'm sorry if I skipped any part because I didn't realize when my video stopped. So hopefully it's working now. And that's how you solve the math AMS quiz.